Mm-hmm. Right, right. So, what did you learn from this story? What is the main takeaway of the story? Yeah, so when we will see Krishna, our desires will automatically drop. Material desires will go away, but we will like to serve only Krishna, right? And that is the purified desire, pure heart, right? Yeah, wonderful, Harini. Adish, you want to share anything? Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So today main point was that what is the qualification to see Krishna is eagerness. So Prabhupada gave three examples. One of that thief, second he gave of the gopis, and third he gave of Dhruva Maharaj. So all these categories they were intensely desiring to see Krishna. Although thief's intentions were not good, but his intentions got purified. Even Dhruva Maharaj's intentions were materialistic, but he's also got purified. And gopis were also going to Krishna just to see his beauty. Okay, but still their desires got purified, and all of these wanted only to serve Krishna. Okay, so this is what is the magic of seeing Krishna. And for us, right now, what is seeing Krishna is chanting his holy name very carefully and with faith and focus, because there is no difference between Krishna's name and his form. Okay, right now we don't have that realization, but we need to have faith in this statement of the acharyas. Okay, and with that faith, we need to proceed slowly, slowly. Okay, so thank you all very much. I will see you on Monday. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Harini. Yeah, so Prabhupada gave a story in this connection where he is saying that what is the qualification of seeing the God. So he told that there was a professional Bhagavatam reciter, and a thief was also sitting in that assembly hearing the Bhagavatam. So this reciter, or the person who was giving the lecture, he was telling that Krishna is a young boy just like Jay, right? And he is wearing lot of beautiful ornaments which are made up of gold and silver and diamonds and whatnot. And he is completely decorated with these ornaments, very opulent ornaments, and he will be found in the forest of Vrindavan. So this thief started thinking, oh, how nice it would be if I meet that boy. I will just steal all his ornaments, and for the whole life, I don't need to do anything then. And I will just sit and relax, you know. So, just one second. So this thief is like thinking like this. So then he starts looking for Krishna in the forest, because he firmly believes the words of this person who is giving the lecture, and he firmly believes that Krishna is there, and he is eagerly looking for this boy, Krishna. And then you will be surprised that he actually found Krishna. And then he was telling Krishna that give me your ornaments. You are such a sweet boy. Can you give me, share some of your ornaments like that? So Krishna started saying, no, 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 my mother will scold me. And So he says, oh, you are such a nice boy. Please, please. So then Krishna wants to play with this thief. And slowly, slowly, only because Krishna is there, this thief's desires are getting completely purified and his heart is getting purified, and finally he becomes a devotee of Krishna. So Prabhupada tells this story, so it's a true story. So this is the way, to purify our desires, because in one sense we are taking everything from Krishna, right? Everything, whatever we possess, that belongs to Krishna. And I was telling Hina other day that many people take philosophy also from Krishna's Bhagavad Gita, but they never mention Krishna, you know just because to avoid some controversy or something, but that's not proper. So in one sense they are also stealing from Krishna's philosophy, right? And just publishing books in their own names, right? So these kind of desires, and why do these kind of desires come? Because there is contamination in the heart, and somebody wants to just grab somebody else's property, and they want to keep it in their own name, right? To for collecting following, or making different people their followers, like that. So this is all like kind of stealing mentality, right? And there are people in this world who take fruits are coming from nature, grains are coming from nature, but they barely would remember God, thank God for this, never, right? So this all happens because of contaminated situation of the heart. And if one associates with Krishna, then his heart's contamination will go away. And how does one associate with Krishna, Harini? Do you know how does one associate with Krishna? By taking his holy names, by reading about him, by hearing about him, like that, right? So as much as we stay in association of Krishna, that much our desires are getting purified, our heart is getting purified of that contamination, because of which we cannot remember Krishna, and that's why we are entangled in this material world. So then Prabhupada continues, the gopis are another example of great eagerness to see Krishna. The gopis came to Krishna being captivated by his beautiful features. They were young girls and Krishna was so beautiful. Actually, they were lusty when they came to Krishna, but Krishna is so pure that they became first class devotees. So every kind of self centered desire gets purified when we come in association of Krishna. There is no comparison to Gopi's devotion, because they loved Krishna with their heart and soul. That is the qualification. They loved Krishna so much that they didn't care for family or reputation when they went out in the dead of night. Krishna's flute was sounding and they were all fleeing their homes. They were just leaving whatever they were doing, and they were just uh, running after the sound of a beautiful flute of Krishna. Their fathers, their brothers, their husbands all said, where are you going? Where are you going in this dead of the night? But the gopis didn't care. They neglected their children, their families, everything. They only thought was, we must go to Krishna. But we being grahasthas, we cannot do like this. Okay, we have responsibilities. Gopis were on a different platform. So we won't imitate the gopis, but we want to follow in their footsteps of being very, very dedicated to Krishna through our hearts at least. If we cannot leave everything, they didn't care for anything. But still, their families accepted them because Krishna's blessings were with them. So they came back and families accepted them. This eagerness is required. We must be very, very eager to see Krishna. Many gopis who were forcibly stopped from going to Krishna lost their lives because of their great feelings of separation. Can you imagine this? What is the level of their bhakti? Because they were not being allowed to go to see Krishna, they lost their lives on the spot. So, this eagerness is wanted. Then you can see the God. Then you can see God. Whether you are lusty or a thief or a murderer or whatever it may be, somehow or other you must develop this eagerness, this desire. I must see Krishna. Then Krishna will be seen. So, we can see Krishna face to face. How wonderful is that? The first thing Krishna is looking for is how eager you are to see him. Krishna will respond if you are actually eager to see Krishna. Whether you are lusty or you want to steal his ornaments, or some way or other you have become attracted to Krishna, then it is sure your efforts will be successful. But you must desire Krishna only. In this connection, Rupa Goswami has written a verse. So, some people think that I will please all the gods, so I will be nicely balanced, I will not have any scarcity. This God is God of wisdom, this God is God of wealth, okay, this God is God of rain, this is God of, whatever, grains. So, if I will keep all of them happy, then my account is set. I will not have any problems, right? But Krishna is the uh, you know supreme Ishvara, right? So there is a Ishvara and then there is a Parameshwara, right? So all these gods are Ishvaras, they control something, but Krishna is the Param Ishvara who controls all these demigods, and all these demigods can give us something only on sanction of Krishna. Like a bigger, unless a bigger authority signs the paper, the smaller authorities cannot give us, sanction us anything. So similarly, Krishna is the biggest authority who fulfills our desires. People are worshipping different gods. Like somebody worships Ganesha, somebody Lord Shiva, somebody is worshipping Durga Devi, somebody worships Sai Baba, and different personalities they worship. And they are thinking that, okay, these personalities are fulfilling my desires. But actually, Krishna tells in chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita in verse number 22 that actually I only fulfill all these desires. These desires are fulfilled by my sanction only. But I actually keep their faith in that particular deity, because Krishna doesn't want anybody to forcefully like him, but Krishna wants someone to like him only on basis of proper understanding, right? That's why Krishna doesn't disturb their faith, but he still sanctions the things, he because they want something in return, because it's, again, it's not bhakti, it's business, right? So Krishna doesn't disturb them, but he keeps telling in Bhagavad Gita that what is best for them, best for people, is to come to Krishna. That he keeps telling in Bhagavad Gita, and he has no purpose behind this. He is just telling us for our benefit. स्मेरां भङ्गीत्रया परिचितं सची विस्तीर्णदृष्टिं वंशीन्यास्ताधरा किशलयाम् उज्ज्वलां चन्द्रकेन गोविन्दाख्यां हरितनुम् इतः केशी तीर्थोप तीर्थोपकान्ते मा प्रेक्षिष्टास्तव यदि सखे बंधु संगे अस्ति रंगः. The idea is that one gopi is advising another gopi. My dear friend, there is one boy, his name is Govinda. He is standing on the bank of Yamuna near the Keshi Ghat, and he is playing on his flute. He is so beautiful, especially during this full moon night. If you have any intentions to enjoy in this material world with your children, husband, or other family members, then please do not go there. Bhangi Traya. Krishna always stands in a three curved way in with his flute. You have seen Krishna's posture, right? He stands in a posture where his body is curving on the three spots. That is Krishna's Tribhanga form, bending in three places. So the one gopi says to another, if you think that you will enjoy your life more in this material world, then do not go to see Krishna. Do not go there. The idea is that if you once see Krishna, then you will forget all this nonsensical materialistic enjoyment. That is seeing Krishna, right? So when we see Krishna, we forget everything else. This material world, this whole realm is lost to us. That is the pleasure of meeting Krishna, right? Sometimes this happens that we are long awaiting from somebody to meet them, and as soon as we see them coming from the airport, we just forget the whole world for few moments, right? We are so eagerly waiting for them. Maybe it is our best friend, or it is our son or daughter or husband or someone, right? So that kind of feeling will cultivate in us forever as soon as we see Krishna. So just quickly I will tell Dhruva Maharaj. Oh, this is coming only. When Dhruva Maharaj saw Krishna, he said, Swamin Kratartho Asmi Varam Na Yache. My dear Lord, I don't want anything else. Dhruva Maharaj went to see Krishna. So Dhruva Maharaj was of your age, Jay, like 5 years old. If you are 5 years, if you are younger, then he was little bit older than you. But he was insulted by his stepmother, okay? And he was so upset about this that he went to his mother and said that I wanted to sit on the lap of my father, but my stepmother insulted me. She said that if you want to sit on lap of your father, you have to be born from my womb. Okay, go back to your mother. And he went back to his mother and he was crying and crying, and his mother told that I am not able to help you, but certainly Lord Vishnu will help you. You go in search of Lord Vishnu. And she sends him to the forest, and he's searching. Narad Muni comes. He tells him, you are such a young boy, just go back home, play with your toys. Dhruva Maharaj says, no, I will hear everything whatever you say to get Lord darshan of Lord Vishnu, but I will not go back home because I want a kingdom bigger than my father's father, so that I will show him that I can also be a big king. So then he starts meditating, and slowly, such a small boy, he starts he stops eating food, he stops eating fruits and leaves, he stops taking water slowly after few months, and then he just lives only on air. And then after few months he stops even breathing also, he slows down his breathing. So much power he creates that now all the demigods' air is choked because Dhruva Maharaj is not breathing anymore. He's just taking one breath in 1 hour or something. So then all the demigods go to Lord Vishnu, and they tell him that we all are feeling very much choked because Dhruva Maharaj has is doing great meditation. So we are all scared. So Lord Vishnu tells him that now I am going to see him because he wants to see me, and he is really eager to see me. That's why now I will give him my darshan, and immediately you will be relieved of this problem. And as soon as Lord Vishnu gives Dhruva Maharaj his darshan, immediately Dhruva Maharaj realizes that unnecessarily I was thinking about this materialistic kingdom. I don't want anything now. I just want to serve my Lord Vishnu. But still, Lord Vishnu gives him the kingdom, which is called as Dhruva Loka, the pole star. Okay, and he tells him that you rule this kingdom only in my service, and then after 36,000 years you will come back to me. So still the planet pole star is there, Dhruva Maharaj is there, and he actually that planet is inside the spiritual world, but still we can see it from here. So finally, that's how Dhruva Maharaj want to see Krishna to get the kingdom of his father. And when he saw Krishna, Krishna offered, now whatever benediction you want or blessing you want, you can take. But Dhruva Maharaj said, my Lord, I no longer have any desire. That is seeing Krishna. So that's where I will stop. Sorry, I took little more today because of these technological problems.